Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhi Tamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, 17th verse. Atma sambhavitaha stabdha dhana mana madanvitaha yajante nama yajnahi te dambhe na vidhi purvakam. Here Sri Krishna is talking about people who do not believe in God, who say that this life of sense enjoyments is the be all and end all. Atma sambhavitaha, self conceited. Stabdaha, haughty. Dhana mana madanvitaha, filled with pride and intoxication. Mada, intoxication of wealth. They, dambhena, out of show off, out of showing off. Nama yajnaihi, sacrifices in name, just name. Nama yajnaihi, just for namesake they perform sacrifices. Avidhi purvakam, they disregard vidhi, the instructions which are given in the Vedas. Disregarding vidhi, they perform. Avidhi purvakam. Yajante, they perform. So, this and the next shloka should be read in conjunction. They should be read together. In the next shloka it is told, Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham cha samsritaha mamatma paradeheshu pradvishanto bhyasuyakaha. Ahankaram, egotism, balam, power, darpam, insolence or great pride, kamam, lust, krodham, anger, cha, and samsritaha, possessed of atma paradeheshu, in their own body they have these qualities, and also in the body of others. In the body of others they have these qualities, means they exhibit egotism, power, darpa, that is insolence or a kind of arrogance, kamam, lust, krodha, etc., regarding their own bodies and also the bodies of others. Mam, me, pradvishantaha, hating, abhyasuyakaha, these people who are malignant. So they are possessed of egotism, they are possessed of power, they are possessed of insolence, kama, krodha, etc., and anger. That is what? Kama is lust, krodha is anger, and samshritaha, they are possessed of, and they exhibit these things not only with regard to their own body but with regard to other bodies as well. And they are people who are hating. So these people, they hate me. Mam pradvishantah, they hate me, says Sri Krishna. That means they hate God. They don't, what does it mean that they hate God? They don't believe in an existence beyond the sensory existence. They don't believe in an existence which is beyond body and mind. Such an existence they don't believe in. So they hate. Also they hate me in their bodies, and they hate me in other bodies. That means they cannot see anyone as divine. They do not see divinity at all. They don't see divinity. They don't see divinity in themselves or in others. They don't see divinity. They see only body and mind. They can't see divinity. So that is why they hate God in themselves or they hate God in others because they cannot see divinity in either themselves or in others. Tanaham dvishatah kruran samsareshu naradhaman shipami ajasram ashubhan asurishveva yonishu. Kshipami ajasram ashubhan asurishveva yonishu. Aham, I, dvishatah, malicious, kruran, cruel, naradhaman, nara adhaman, means those who are adhama among human beings, who are graded among human beings. Ashubhan, evil doers, samsareshu, in these worlds, asurishu, of asuras, yonishu, into the wombs, eva, only, ajasram, perpetually, kshipami, I hurl. I hurl means I throw them. So, what is Sri Krishna telling? People who have such tendencies, they, because of their tendencies, they get born in the wombs of asuras. That means they are born in the wombs of demons, or they are born in the wombs of people with asuric qualities. So that is why Sri Krishna says, I throw them. I throw them perpetually. Perpetually means they have no chance of getting moksha. They cannot get any moksha because they think of themselves as what? They think of themselves as body and mind. They don't think of themselves as divine, and they don't consider other people also as divine. So they hate pradvishantah. They hate me in other people and me also. That means in me they hate, Sri Krishna says, in other bodies and also in their own bodies. Means they cannot think that their bodies are not just bodies, but they have a divine basis. So the body is impermanent, but the divine basis is permanent. In such a manner they cannot think. Why are they unable to think? Because they don't believe in God. Because they don't believe in God, they are unable to think in such a manner. And so what do? They hurl perpetually into the wombs of asuras. So they throw these kind of people. What kind of people? Malicious people, cruel people, evil doers. And they are naradhaman. They are adhama. They are degraded among human beings. They throw such people into the wombs of asuras only. So they are thrown. They are thrown by Sri Krishna. Kshipami, I throw them. I throw them into the wombs. Yonishu. Asurishveva yonishu. Eva means only. Only in the wombs of Asuri womb. Asuras. People who have such qualities. So these people get born into the wombs of only people who have similar qualities. And ajasram, perpetually they are thrown. Again and again they take birth. Until these qualities are removed, they will keep on coming to the same kind of families, and they will also have the same kind of thinking. So the idea is to get rid of this, they have to first believe in God. They have to first believe that there is an eternal principle, and that eternal principle is the basis of the entire world or entire universe. They have to believe. Else they will be born again and again in the families of people who believe that there is no God. So the samsara, Naraka Ashuchau, in the previous verse, in one of the previous verses, Sri Krishna said, so I put them into very evil or foul or impure hell. And here he is saying, I throw them into such lifetimes. Then what happens? Asurim yoni mapanna moodha janmani. Having attained this yoni of asura, they are deluded birth after birth. So that is what is being told. Asurim yoni maapanna moodha janmani janmani mam aprapyaiva kaunteya tato yanti adhamam gatim. Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, that is Arjuna, Moodaha, deluded, Janmani Janmani, birth after birth, Asurim, Asurika, Yonim, wombs, Apannaha, obtaining, Mam, me, Aprapya, not attaining, Eva, still, Tataha, than that, Adhamam, lower, Gatim, condition, Yanti, they get. So the idea is that when somebody, such people, they get a asuric womb. That means they are born into a family of asuras. When they are born into a family of asuras and then they are deluded birth after birth, then because they don't attain me, they, what happens? They fall, O son of Kunti, into a adhamam, tataha adhamam gatim. Means they fall into a condition which is lower than this asuric condition. Means they go into a worse and worse condition, worse and still worse condition. Why? Because they don't attain to me. They don't attain to me, they don't attain to God. That is what Sri Krishna is saying. They don't attain to God and so they get into worse and worse condition. Trividam narakasyedam Dwaram nashanam atmanah kama krodhas tatha lobah tasmad etat trayam tyajet. Now here Sri Krishna is giving a warning. He is giving a warning. He is warning us that you see this happens because of this asuric tendency. It comes, this demonic tendency comes because there are three methods to get into naraka, hell. And what is that? Kamaha, lust, krodhaha, anger, tatha, and lobaha, greed. Idam, this trividham, triple narakasya of hell, dwaram, gate, atmanaha, of the self, nashanam, destructive, etat, these, trayam, three, tyajet. One should give up. Give up. So, he says there are these three gates to hell. And these gates are not only gates of hell, but they destroy a person. They destroy a person. What are these gates? Kamaha, lust, krodhaha, anger, and greed. Sri Ramakrishna says, Kamini Kanchana Tyaga. In Bengali he says, Kamini Kanchana Tyaga. That means, literally it means, give up woman, Kamini, and Kanchana, gold. But what is Sri Ramakrishna saying? He is saying that give up lust and greed. Give up lust and greed. Giving up lust and greed, how to give up lust and greed? One has to do spiritual practices. So here, lust and anger. Anger is crystallized lust, according to Swami Vivekananda. So anger and lust are the obverse and reverse of the same coin. So give up, when somebody says give up lust, it includes giving up anger and giving up greed. So lust comes from the idea of agency. I am the karta, I am the experience, I am the doer, I am the doer. That gives birth to the idea of lust. And I am the experiencer. That gives birth to the idea of anger, or that gives birth to the idea of greed. I am the experiencer. So it gives rise to greed. And I am the doer, it gives rise to lust. So narakasya, these are three doors to naraka, to hell. Hell means something which is a very bad condition of a person, a state of a person where that person is miserable, full of suffering. And so one should, and it leads to the destruction of oneself. So one needs to give up these three. And if one gives up these three, what happens? Shri Krishna says, Etai vimuktah kaunteya tamodvaraihi stribir narah acharati atmanah shreyah tato yati param gatim. Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, etaihi, from these, tribihi, three, tamodvaraihi, gates of darkness or gates of hell, vimuktah, free, naraha, human being, atmanah, for oneself, shreyah, what is good, acharati, practices, tatah, and then param, supreme, gatim, goal, yati, goes to. So a man who has gone beyond these three gates of darkness practices what is good for oneself and thus goes or attains the supreme goal. Attains the supreme goal. So these gates of darkness means gates of hell. Hell means where there is full of pain and delusion. Pain, dukkha, delusion, moha. So dukkha and moha are there. And so what happens? Once a person gives up these kama, krodha and lobha, gives up and becomes free of these three, then that person becomes free of the world of darkness, and that person does what is acharati, practices what is good for oneself. What is good for oneself? To understand that we are not the body and the mind, that we are the Atman. To understand this is good for oneself. Once one does this, one practices this thought, and then that person becomes free, and then that person becomes free from suffering and also from delusion. Moha goes away. That person gets the proper wisdom that I am not the body and the mind, that I am the Atman. Yaha shastra vidhi mutsrujya vartate kam karatah na sa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. So, yaha, who shastra vidhim, the instructions of shastras. So, in the previous verse also, Sri Krishna told this, that a person who is having asuric qualities, that person, what does that person do? Avidhi purvakam nama yajnaihi yajante. That person performs Vedic sacrifices only for namesake, and avidhi purvakam, without following the instructions which are given in the Vedas. And that person, what does happen to that person, such people? Yaha, who shastra vidhim, the instructions of the Vedas, utsrujya, setting aside or not following, kama karatah, propelled by the desire of something, propelled by desire, vartate, acts, saha, that person, siddhim, perfection, na, not, avapnoti, attains to, na, nor, sukham, happiness, na, nor, param, supreme, gatim, goal. So a person who sets aside the instructions of the Shastras or the scriptures or the Vedas and acts under the force or the impulse of desires, that person does not attain perfection, does not get happiness, does not attain the supreme goal. What is the perfection? Perfection is fitness for getting moksha. Fitness for getting moksha, that is perfection. So here, if a person gives up the instructions and does it only for the sake of attaining one's desire. So there are many things which are told in the Shastras, in the Vedas. If somebody does that only for attaining something, then that person will not get happiness, will not attain to perfection, and will definitely not attain the supreme goal. And so in the last verse of this chapter, that is 16th chapter, in the 24th verse, Shri Krishna says, तस्मात् शास्त्रं प्रमाणं ते कार्याकार्य व्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्र विधानोक्तं कर्म कर्तुम इहार्हसि. Tasmat, therefore, karya akarya vyavasthitau, in understanding or finding out what is to be done and what should not be done. Shastram, the scriptures, te, you, pramanam, your pramanam, authority, iha, here means in this world, in this birth. Shastra vidhana uktam, what is said in the vidhana or the instruction of the shastras, that is the Vedas. Jnatva, knowing that, karma, action, kartum, to do, arhasi, you should. So, Sri Krishna tells Arjuna that see, if people do not follow the instructions or the dictates of the Vedas, then they do Vedic actions or Vedic sacrifices, then they will not attain perfection, they will not attain happiness, nor do they will attain the supreme goal. And so, therefore, first you find out what has to be done and what should not be done from the Shastras. And for that, keep your Shastras or the Vedas as the authority. And then you should act here as Shastra Vidhana Uktam, as prescribed by the Vedas. You have to do actions. All your actions you have to do as per the prescription of the Vedas. Here means in this birth. So if you do that, you will not have any problems. Iti Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yogo Nama Shodasho Adhyayah. So this is the end of the 16th chapter, which is called Daiva Asura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga. That means Daiva means divine, Sampad Asura means asuric or not divine, Sampad means attributes, Vibhaga means classification. So the classification of the asuric and divine attributes, this chapter ends here. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.